Stephanie,
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Today's Restaurant News combined meeting of two groups, the 9 and 11 o'clock group. My name is Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant News, and we are a group of restaurant vendors who are here to help each other grow each other's business and also to help any restaurant who has an issue or a problem that they might have need help with. We invite you to give us a call if you'd like to join us or ask a question at 561-620-8888 or go to our website at trnusa.com, and you can see this meeting on our YouTube channel, which you can access on our website again, which is trnusa.com. There's several new people here today. I just want to quickly mention them. Of course, our speaker for the day is Dennis. See if I get it right, Dennis. Sinelnikov.
That sounds good to me.
What's that?
Yeah, that sounds good. That's good. Thank you.
Okay. Who else is here? Let's see. Brad Crow. Good morning. He's our newest member for the 9 o'clock group. And
CT Design.
Where else? Christian?
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And Jeremy, welcome. So today,
Thank you.
what we're going to do is I'm going to ask Dennis to do his presentation first, and then we can have a discussion about his presentation, and then we'll do our intros. I didn't forget you, Jesse. I'm sorry. Well,
and Jack, welcome back.
Let me just
Thanks, Terry.
the
Good to see
background.
everybody.
You good? I'll give you a little bit of background about Dennis. For almost 20 years, Dennis has brought innovative digital marketing solutions to small businesses and large corporations across the nation. When he founded Meeting Components in 2003, Dennis built into the vision offering a spectrum of digital marketing.
Howard, can we get everyone to mute? I'm getting some background noises. I can't hear them very well.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Hold on, there's noise in the background. I don't know who it is. Maybe Charles?
I just stopped.
I'm muted, I think.
No.
No, not yet.
I'm not muted?
No, sir.
It's your pumpkin.
Let me finish this.
My pumpkin's too loud.
Good, but you aren't.
Dennis uses a
Hey,
comprehensive
give me 1 second. I'll come back.
Okay.
to digital marketing, bringing together teams of professionals with knowledge and expertise in sales, business strategies, technology, and marketing. As a Google and Facebook marketing partner, he delivers high-performance digital solutions to business enterprise through the Mid-Atlantic region. So, Dennis, good morning. Thank you for coming, and the floor is yours.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for having me. It's another beautiful day here at sunny Boca Raton. I'm excited to present social media trends for restaurants. Out of the people that are attending here, who is in the restaurant business? Raise your hand. Everybody, right? As far as the restaurant owners or cafe owners, how many restaurant owners do we have here? Okay, oh great. So yeah, Howard asked me to present about some trending social media tactics, and I think not just for restaurants, some of these points and tactics can be utilized for any business because social media works for all industries. So I prepared like a short presentation, and feel free to write down your questions. I'm going to have a Q&A section in the end of the presentation, and we can answer any questions you might have, or we can discuss any ideas that you might want to discuss. So can everybody see my screen here?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So so the topic for today's discussion is social media trends and how to help restaurants grow. Everybody agrees that today everybody's on their phones, the attention is on their mobile devices. Whenever you're going about your day, or even if you stop by restaurants, if you look around, everybody's on their phones nowadays. So social media is a great way to get people's attentions, potential customers. And I'm going to kind of go through some of the latest trends that we notice in business today. So everybody can also agree that you want to create content for your business or any restaurant or service-based business that is visually compelling. You want to create really interesting, mouth-watering visuals. You want to make sure you get professional photos. You want to also make sure you show the clients or the customers or visitors like a little bit of an insider glimpse into the way the food is made. Just make sure your kitchen is clean and everything is set up professionally. You don't want to have dirty plates or food on the floor. But insider glimpses and capturing moments that highlight social and experimental aspects of dining is always a great idea. And I have a couple other slides that will go through some details. But creating visual content, that's really the main point of today's discussion, because social media is all about engaging content that when people are scrolling their feed, you want to show something that will get them to stop and basically get their attention. So as I mentioned before, visual content is king. And when it comes to restaurant trends and food, the two platforms that most people consume nowadays is Facebook and Instagram, which is owned by Meta, TikTok, and also YouTube. That's really the main platforms that people are utilizing day to day to use and consume content for entertainment, to communicate with their friends. So a restaurant owner's or restaurant manager's job is to utilize those platforms and create visual content that will resonate with potential visitor. So high quality food photography is important to grab attention. Nowadays with the professional photography is important, but everybody has an iPhone in their hand. You can create professional pictures and videos if you use proper apps or lighting. Most people for social media, they won't see much difference if you know how to use the iPhone correctly. Great idea is also to create recipes and tutorial videos to give people like value, to showcase signature drinks, how to make certain recipes. That's a great idea. I have a couple of restaurant clients that we focus with and market. So we always suggest behind the scene content, show what's happening behind the scenes. How do they set up the tables? How do they set up the banquet halls? How do they do the catering? What makes them different? Introduce team members, introduce the owners, introduce the chef, maybe the waiters, maybe even the DJ or entertainment department. Get a little bit more personal and utilize the behind the scenes content, because a lot of restaurants nowadays, they're just very generic. They put a picture, they put a price, and they don't really make anything that tells the story, what makes this establishment different. So behind the scenes content is an interesting trend that we utilize, and I see some other businesses do as well. And everybody's familiar with influencers nowadays. Influencers are people that have a big following, and they have a big influence on their community. So I put a couple of screenshots here of influencers and local community websites. One of them is actually owned by my agency, the Around Boca. We have restaurants reaching out to us and inviting us for a lunch, dinner, or breakfast, and say, hey, come over to our restaurant, create content, create Instagram stories, create reels, create highlight sizzle videos, and we're going to feed you for free, or we give you like once a month free dinner. You just come over, create some content, and publish it on your social media. So it's always a fun project. So now I'm partnering up with different influencers locally to kind of get them to go to different restaurants that are requesting influencer marketing. Influencer marketing is basically free marketing. You just trade your services, like your food or your menu, for marketing, because it's much more cost-effective way to advertise by utilizing influencers. They have thousands and thousands of followers and influence. So if you post, "Hey, I just visited this brand new restaurant that just opened up. Their appetizers are delicious. The drinks are amazing." People will notice this influencer and they're going to want to check out this place. So influencer marketing is very trending right now, and that's why a lot of people are becoming influencers, because they see the potential of making not only getting free food, but they can also sponsor and get paid to promote a venue. Anybody follow any influencers here in the room? Some? Yeah, so influencers can be on any industry. It's not just restaurants. But that's a great way to promote a business. Another good idea is following the viral food trends. If something is in the news, or maybe some famous chef made some kind of food, you might want to introduce this idea into your menu or into your specials. If something is trending on social media, whether it's some kind of a dessert or a hot food, you might want to spin it in a way and call it your own, and then introduce it as a special for that month. And then if you publish that on social media with the right keywords, it can also resonate with a lot of followers if you follow the trend. So you got to always keep in mind, always look at the trends, look at the news, see what's happening in the food industry, restaurant industry, and just try to get creative with the food options or specials. Obviously, user-generated content, UGC, is great. When people are becoming your own like brand ambassadors, your own cheerleaders for the restaurant, restaurant owners always incentivize patrons to share their content. So they can either do photo contests, you can do online reviews, sharing on social media. Many restaurants create their branded hashtag. So with every post, they can hashtag this specific post with either their name or, for example, Thirsty Thursdays, at the bar. So any kind of branded hashtags will also get potential visitors to your social media posts. But user-generated content means somebody that came to the restaurant, created their own content, and they posted on their platform, and that stuff basically promotes the restaurant for free. So if you as a restaurant encourage it and give some kind of incentive, post a review, and we can give you like a 5% off the next bill. Or post or check into our venue on Facebook, post a picture. You can always get creative with incentives. Obviously, exclusive offers and promotions are great. I just posted a couple designs my company made for a local restaurant bar that we cater in Philadelphia area. It's a crab house, so they have different nights and different promotions throughout the week. But creating visual flyers with promotions and offers, it's a great way to get people to not only to remember your company, it's a great branding. You want to make sure you always put your logo. And if you brand something like a crab night or buck a shock, on Monday you have oysters night for $1. So over time, if you brand it and be consistent with your messaging, your patrons will kind of get familiar and they're going to start noticing this information. And it's important to share it across all the social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Even LinkedIn is great because a lot of business people are utilizing LinkedIn. You want to make sure you get on that platform as well. Any platform you can post on, that's my recommendation for most businesses. You can never go wrong with posting too much content if you're trying to bring in customers. For platform-specific strategies, you can kind of get a little bit more advanced, and you can use Facebook and Instagram to create ads. You can geo-fence certain areas or certain zip codes to target potential customers in your area, and you can create really drilled down advertisements that you can target specific audience. You can, if you have, for example, like a seafood restaurant, you can create an advertisements and just target seafood. If people are interested in seafood, in fishing, anything around seafood, crabs, oysters, lobster, shrimp, all those keywords can be selected in your advertisement, and you can really create a lookalike audience on Meta, which will target Facebook and Instagram users. TikTok is great for creating videos. They can go viral. TikTok is still a platform nowadays where you can get millions of views with the right video. So it doesn't have to be a professional video, but if you have a funny video, a really engaging video, TikTok is a great platform to show behind the scenes, show something interesting that's happening in the venue. And Twitter's just a public broadcast channel, so you can publish specials, anything that's happening in your business or around your town, promotions, photos, and then it's important to also keep an eye on your posts and keeping an eye on the community. You want to engage with your followers by responding to comments and queries. So if somebody is complaining about, shrimp that doesn't taste good or some kind of food that wasn't fresh, it's important for you to jump in or have a manager who's going to listen to all the comments, and they need to sit there and click on notifications just to see if anybody is, whether they're happy, they're super excited about something, or if they're not happy, maybe they have a negative comment. You want to jump and create a timely reply because that's important. And then not just your page, you want to make sure you kind of monitor the local groups, because a lot of times people, if they're not happy, they're going to post to like a local group and say, hey, I just went to this establishment and maybe, I had some kind of a negative experience. That's important to kind of keep an eye on all the posts and reputation of your business. And with all of our clients, we obviously meet once a month to kind of go through and measuring, see what worked, what didn't work. You want to take a look at all the posts. Which post got more likes? Which post got more shares? Maybe some posts are not working out, so you might not want to repost the similar strategy for next month. So it's important to analyze your data to improve your social media strategy. And as I mentioned before, reputation is the most important when it comes to restaurant business. You want to get more positive reviews. So definitely incentivize and keeping an eye on the reviews. Try to improve the Google reviews, because Google reviews really impact the search engine optimization, the way your website ranks on Google results. If you have more reviews, your website will show up higher. But even if you get 2-star, 3-star reviews, it's important to answer those reviews in a timely manner and show customers that you do care. If somebody posted a negative review, you have to answer in a professional way and say, thank you for letting us know. Please come visit us and we can make this right for you, or we can go through and find out what happened with you. We're sorry. You kind of, I tell my clients to always be on a more apologetic. You don't want to kind of be confrontational. If somebody isn't happy, you can say, sorry, you feel this way. We want to make sure we make it right. Please come visit us or give us a call so we can get to the bottom of it and make it right for you. But, in restaurants specifically, people go to reviews and they kind of read the reviews and see what's happening and see what people are saying. So reputation is very important on Google, on Facebook, on Instagram, Yelp. Yelp is also a very important site. So you want to make sure you have a Yelp profile filled out and optimized, and keeping an eye on what people post there. Because Yelp is more for different people coming up from different towns, not just your local. They're looking for a place to eat, place to host. So setting up an alerts, setting up feedback notifications, and responding on timely manner on all the travel websites. Even though Yelp TripAdvisors is not really considered social media, but in a way it is social because people can post reviews, and you as the owner of the establishment or the venue can reply. So keeping an eye on online review websites is an important trend. Yeah, and I kind of went through it, proper ways to respond to negative reviews. You want to stay calm and professional. You want to offer a solution, and you want to move the conversation offline. You can say, please give us a call here, or please email us at this customer service number, and we can rectify the situation. You want to definitely acknowledge the concern and apologize, express your commitment to resolving the issue. Because if you have a negative review and you don't reply for weeks and months, if I'm looking at a restaurant and I see a negative review and nobody replied to it, I'm going to say, these guys don't really care about the negative reviews, and, they're not a professional business. But, when you do get positive reviews, it's always a great testimonial. So you definitely want to leverage the positive reviews to attract new customers. You want to post it online and share it with your community, with your following. Great idea is also record like a video testimonials. If you have a customer who consistently visits the restaurant, you can ask him for video testimonials. Why do they always come here every morning for breakfast? Or why do they come on Thursdays when there's some kind of special? If they've been coming to your restaurants for years, I'm sure they're going to want to give you a nice testimonial that you can put into your social media posts. And then you can obviously give them some kind of incentive for that if that's the case. But amplifying positive reviews will then in return attract new customers. The tool that we use to kind of keep track of all the social media notifications and reputation management automation, it's called Pipeline Amp. It's kind of an all-in-one marketing tool that we onboard all of our restaurants, all of our clients. And there's a way to kind of keep track of all the reviews. You can reply it from one location. You can publish your social media tools directly from this tool. And then it also has like an email newsletter component. So you can start collecting an email list of all your customers. And then once a week, once a month, you can send out email blasts, text message blasts with your specials or any news that's happening. And, for the restaurant group here, we have a free trial. So if anybody's interested in getting into the software, we have a 30-day free trial for somebody to come in and kind of test drive the software for their business or their restaurant. And, I mentioned a lot of different information here. I know some people might have questions or comments, but as far as that, I think we can kind of open up the room and people can ask questions, whether it's about their business, how they can apply social media within their day-to-day strategy, or if you're a restaurant and you have specific questions about how you can use social media for restaurants, we can make this a more interactive discussion here. That's pretty much for my presentation. Hopefully it was informational for everybody.
Yeah, it was. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And I do have some questions, but
Give
I'll
us
let.
back, give us back the screen.
Oh, and I pulled up my QR code. If anybody's interested to connect on LinkedIn, you can just scan this. It should pull up my LinkedIn profile. I'm definitely interested in connecting with the community here.
I do have some questions, if it's okay. So Mark and I are brilliant computers. We're a father-daughter duo, and we work in IT. we're a small business. We're constantly customer facing. He's constantly on the run doing hardware maintenance and office setups, right? And I'm doing running the business. But like we have so much already on our plate. And I did create an Instagram. I started having somebody try and like help me once in a while. We need to get content, but I'm curious on what your thoughts are as a user in my age. I'm 35. To be honest, this is not what I use for marketing. All the social media influencer stuff, I actually am worried is going to be less helpful, at least for us, being that Mark doesn't use it. I don't use it. A lot of the people that I know have turned it off and just don't even have Facebook or Instagram on their phones anymore. Most people my age and younger are going to Google. If I meet someone and you tell me this is what I do, I'm going to go to Google. I'm going to see what your reviews are. I'm going to look and see, is there a website? Do you have a location? You know, are there any scam alerts all over Google? Like that is how most of the people that, and so I've been kind of having trouble with getting the thought process of like really drilling in. Okay, other than the 5-star reviews that we have on Google, which are making the phone ring, you know, is it really worth it to do more than we're doing? Because people are engaging. The people that, you know, follow us on Facebook, if we make a post, they like it, you know, a holiday, whatever. But I don't know. I feel like people have more than enough places to go for certain information. And yes, of course, I'd love to create a blog eventually. I'd love to do this. But the main point of my question is are you seeing the beginning of a shift? People are getting flip phones again. People are putting down social media. People are focusing on their family, on their jobs. They're like taking, you know, I don't credit something that I see. Honestly, I don't trust influencers. I follow influencers. I follow them, but I don't think that they really care or use or love the product. I just think that they're using it as a marketing thing. So that's just from somebody in the younger generation, right? 35 compared to a lot of the business owners that you're going to touch. This is what my attitude and my perspective is on it right now. And just kind of, again, what do you think of that? Because I know it's like a total counter to what it is you were just talking about and what social media has begun to kind of push out to business owners.
No, I definitely hear your concern. That's a great point. And, you know, it depends on the audience. So you said you're 35, but what I'm noticing from the trends and from looking at the statistics and Google Analytics and a lot of the social media analytics, we look at the demographics of users that use social media. And anybody from like middle school to college right now,
TikTok
they're really
stuff, right?
they're really heavy into social media because that's how they communicate with their friends, the younger populations. More populations which have young professionals or families, you know, they grew up with this technology where social media is nothing new for them. You know, if they're going to search for something, a lot of people go to YouTube or Facebook and they're still searching for things on social media. So social media is obviously not the first priority where you should market your business. Obviously, you should have a website. You want to make sure it's search engine friendly. It's optimized. You have your information correct about your hours, specials, you know, phone address, all that information. But the topic today we're discussing is social media trends. You know, people and businesses that want to get attention from potential customers, social media, we're not going to kind of argue that people nowadays are stuck on their phones and they're using social media for entertainment and leisure. You know, wouldn't you want to put your promotion in front of them if they're talking to their friends and family, and indirectly by using social media advertisements, you can target them?
Yeah, referrals. I think referrals and reviews have been, you know, you like go to Facebook or go to Nextdoor. Hey, I'm looking for a roofer. Hey, I'm looking for a restaurant that has gluten-free food. Hey, I'm looking for an IT person. You know, I'm probably going to trust the 7 different people that mentioned the same computer company than, you know, I mean, that's, or then like someone sending me a YouTube video with like, so this is more like a real conversation on this because it's actually been on my mind. You know, what should I really invest my time? And all those things that you talked about are the things that are at the highest priority for us, and we want to make sure, obviously. And again, I don't want to take up too much time on this so others can ask questions, but I just felt like it was really important because I've been kind of conflicted on like what I think about it, and I think a lot of what you said was really, really helpful. And I just want to understand like kind of what you're
Yeah,
talking
no, it
about,
makes
what I've
sense.
really observed.
And then the other thing I was going to share my screen here is actually, if you're a busy business owner, nowadays AI is really what can be helpful. So I just typed in into the chat GPT, I wrote create 30 days of social media content for a local computer store business and the importance to keep your network safe and have systems up to date. I just typed this up when you were talking.
Okay.
And then
And
the
then-
chat GPT gave me 30 days worth of posts that you can now copy paste into social media and you can have content. This took me literally like half a second to create 30 days worth of content.
I have
So
to get in the habit of using ChatGPT and like not Google as much. It's just I was totally in like college taught me how to research on Google, and ChatGPT I just is like it's there. I know it's there, but I need to use it. Thank you for
yeah,
the
no, I'm just showing you an example how easy it is to create content, but not only content. If you click on a visual point of view, I just typed in, give me a photo of computer tech upgrading a computer, and like look what it just created for me.
wow.
Kevin has a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a nice job on the presentation, first off. The question centers also around influencers. We have a client down in Palm Beach at 22 locations throughout South Florida. We primarily help them with their purchasing, with their broadline distribution, negotiating better deals with manufacturers and rebate programs and so on. However, I've been dialed into a number of emails that are going back and forth on other categories, one of which is influencers. So they are being proposed using an influencer for their business, and the proposal is getting paid $250 to $500 per visit, plus $300 worth of dine-in credit, so they can come in and eat. And they're able to get 2 drinks, 2 starters, 2 entrees, and 2 desserts. And they need to stay within that $300 number. So having very little experience with this, I haven't really interacted with the ownership, but it seemed to me to be excessive. So I just wanted to get your take on that, since it seems like that's a part of your business model.
Yeah. So it really depends on the influencer and their influence and their followers. If you have an influencer that has 1,000 followers versus an influencer that has maybe 100,000 followers or 1 million followers, it really depends on the reach and how many impressions they're going to get. In most cases, in my experience, even though if it's a real famous influencer here locally, they need content, so they're gonna go for free to get a nice meal, and in return they're gonna do just stories because they do it anyway. They go to restaurants and then they post, just updates here. I'm here, so paying $300 to $500, it has to be a real big mainstream influencer, somebody famous like a celebrity or like, at least have a nice following in order for us to consider paying them something. You're
What would
going
you
to get,
consider a nice following?
excuse me?
Like, what would you consider? What amount of people would you consider a nice following? 50,000?
Yeah. Anybody that has over 10,000 followers, that's, 10,000 is a good threshold for an influencer because you want to also double check if it's a real followers versus, they bought some bots, and nowadays it's really easy to buy followers, but there's ways to check their engagement. There's ways to check if it's legit followers. So anybody that has over 10,000 followers, you got to do a little bit of research on the influencer.
What would be some good questions or metrics that you could tell them to show you to prove that they're a good candidate to be an influencer for you?
Yeah, you want to make sure they send their insights. Let's say if it's an Instagram we're talking about, you can ask them to send a screenshot for their monthly insights, how many likes they got, how many reach they got, and how many impressions they received. Because if they say I have, 10,000 followers, you want to, because you don't want to ask them for their login to their account. So screenshots of their analytics, screenshot of their insights, then you can make sure it's legit.
Azalea has a question.
Yeah,
Thank you, Dennis.
yeah, no problem.
Dennis, I wanted to ask, so I am a business broker and we sell a lot of restaurants. So I'm trying to understand the scope of your work to see how I can refer you to my people. Do you do like, is it a project based, like we're gonna manage your Instagram, or is it like a 6-month contract? And then what do restaurant owners have to give to you? Like pictures, wording, like what's the scope of your work? Do you create all of that? Just to understand better how I can, recommend you to other people.
Yeah, if a business is looking for social media marketing, it's definitely one of our agency services. So there's two parts of social media marketing. There's the organic content, creating the content, the photos, the videos, the posts, creating a strategy and editorial calendar that you can submit all these posts across all the channels. And the other side is the social media paid advertising, utilizing the advertising networks, for example, like Meta, to create Facebook or Instagram ads to target new customers. So when we meet with the client, we usually have a discovery session. We find out their goals and objectives, and then we can present a strategy and an editorial calendar for their specific industry and market. But yes, that would be a good referral.
And who creates the content? You or the client? Like pictures. They have to give them to you or you create it? Wording, who creates it?
Most of the time we create it and we send out our photographer, or if it's a client that's really far away, they can send the photos, we can optimize and create the captions for them. But if it's a local client somewhere in Florida area, I mean, there's been instances where we flew across the country to do video commercials and photography sessions. It really depends on what the client needs and the budget.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Charles has a question.
Oh, is Pipeline your software or somebody else's?
It's our software, yes.
Okay.
Good. Anybody else have a question?
So it's kind of like Azalea, where she's a business broker. She would go and take photos of the restaurant to promote the restaurant for sale or for somebody to buy. She would add all the photos, real estate agents, things like that. That's kind of what you do with restaurants. Like, are you in the Boca area? Where are you?
Yes, I live in Boca.
Are you familiar with Ken Spawn?
With who?
Ken Spawn. He's a food critic.
No.
You're not? Okay, because he writes a column for the Palm Beach Post, and I figured you might know who he is. Well, okay. All right. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I moved here about 2 years ago from Philadelphia, so I'm still kind of new, so I'm getting around to getting everybody to know everybody. Yeah.
He's a big.
Is everybody here from Florida?
No.
No.
Most people?
I'm in Florida. We're out of Boca, actually.
Oh, okay.
I'm up in
Dennis, our shop is on Lion.
All right. Any other questions?
Yeah, Dennis, this is Jeff Scott. Great presentation. Wonder if you could maybe share a couple of tips for us as vendors in effectively telling our story to restaurant owners.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I would say video content is really the best way to get your message across. If you're a vendor, if you're selling products or services to the industry, obviously you can create social media content and then put keywords or hashtags. But in reality, the best way to get found with your message would be in the video platform. So I would say YouTube, and then you can optimize the title of your video with specific product or a trending keyword that restaurant owners might be looking for. If they have a problem in their business, or they're looking for some kind of funding, or they're looking for equipment, you want to create a captivating title to your video. And this is where ChatGPT can come in, because you can ask ChatGPT, hey, ChatGPT, give me 20 different variations for optimized YouTube title for my video. And you'll be surprised what kind of things you can get from AI, and then you can say, make sure it's SEO optimized and make sure it's going to get in front of restaurant owners. And you can actually create different ideas and work through your speech and a script using AI. So all you have to do is just show up and read the presentation. But speaking of AI, this whole presentation that I created for this group was created in AI. All the pictures, all the text was created with AI. Makes me sound smart, right?
No, do you know, again, I'm only 35. I'm like on the younger side of everything in regards to computer and technology. And, it's the last presentations I've made for clients, for anybody, I've made it by hand because it's weird. I know that you can do all this. And we actually hired somebody to help us with our website at one point, and he said, you could use ChatGPT for a lot of what you're trying to do, but like we didn't have, the time or the capacity to really we just said, no, listen, we want to hire you. Please just help us. This is what I'm looking for. I told him what I was looking for. He helped me. And when I got all of the content, I looked at it and I'm like, oh, I'm sure this just came from ChatGPT. And ChatGPT. I've installed it. I have it. And, it's people like you, Dennis, that we need to remind us that these tools are really there, even for us that are used to doing things by hand, that it's habit. To me, it's not an inconvenience. It's just something I'm used to, actually typing something out,
Yeah, for example, I'm going to just say, give me 20 YouTube video titles about restaurant.
YouTube is misspelled, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you can fix it, but you just go like that, and then you'll be surprised what kind of information. Look, it gives you like really engaging titles, Jeff, that you can just how to choose the right restaurant equipment for your business, or the 10 best energy saving equipment options for your restaurants. So you really don't need to be a genius in marketing. AI is here for you.
This is awesome.
I have
Yeah,
my
great
degree.
guidance. Thank you.
I have my degree in marketing. I have a degree like that's partially in marketing. And it's funny, in my first class that I learned in college, it was called like reference, right? Or whatever. And it taught us how to, just like how to search in ChatGPT, the depth of what I learned with Google 15 years ago. It's so cool to see that, like, just how it's evolved. And I just need to put the energy into changing the attention. And this is a great reminder. Thank you so much, Dennis.
Dennis, why don't you give us your phone number and your website?
Yes.
When you have a chance, I have a question too. So.
Sure. I just created this prompt for you guys because I thought it was funny, restaurants in a Zoom class, restaurant chefs.
Jeremy's got a question.
But yeah, let me pull up my information. So it's under.
I also just thought it was an app.
Yeah, components. Yep.
So Just I could ask my question while you're looking all this up if you want.
Yeah.
My question is pretty plain and simple. Is it kind of adds on to what the other couple people ago asked was basically I understand what services you kind of what you provide. Can you give me worldly ballpark what you would charge? And I know that's but give us a kind of a range to for what services, what you charge, how often, monthly, weekly, blah blah blah, how many posts, etc. Do you help us create ads, etc. You know, what do you do, what don't you do, and what are the parameters, and what do you charge roughly? World.
Yeah, Jeremy. I mean, it's all custom based on what you need. I really don't have like a price, so we can discuss it, and I need to find out more about your business. But social media packages can run from $500 a month to, $5,000 a month. It really depends on which platforms, how many posts, what kind of content. Do you need content created? Do you need social media accounts set up? It all depends. So we have a budget. On most cases, it's around $1,000 a month to manage all the social media platforms and create content 3 times a week.
Oh, 369. That's like 12 different contents a month. That's quite a bit. Changing it up.
Yeah, you
That's
basically get a post Monday, Wednesday, Friday that goes across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google profile, anything else that might be related to your business. Yeah, we would set up a dedicated account manager and a social media creator to kind of work with your business.
Are you going to be at the Florida Restaurant Show in a couple of weeks?
The one in Orlando?
Yes.
Yeah, I just saw Howard's email about that. That's the first time I'm hearing about it, but it looks interesting. I gotta check my schedule.
All of the restaurant owners, that's where they go to get advice, equipment, locations, everything. That's like a one-stop shop for Florida, for you especially. They've even asked us, how do we get the word out? What do we do? And we've got our booth is always packed. So it's hard and we have a 10 by 20 booth this year. So, plenty of room for people to come in and ask questions. But that's definitely someplace you need to be.
That sounds interesting. Maybe can you send me more info?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Sounds
Charles, you got a quick question because I want to get to the intros because we have a lot of new people
yeah,
here.
for sure. Yeah, let's take the last question. Yep.
You got a quickie,
Charles?
Charles. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Charles, you're jinxed you.
I don't have any questions. The thing just kept the hand raised. I don't know how to unraise it. I think the other person needs to
Okay, thanks.
All right.
whack-a-mole it.
Dennis, I want to thank you very much for your presentation. Based on the
Thank you.
questions that people were interested, and I'm glad of that. I want to proceed now with, please stay around because I want you to know who's here. I want to do the introductions. I'm going to let the new people start out first, if they're still around.
The chef's station, where are they?
Right. But tell you what,
My
Ed, why
God.
don't you start us off, and then Ed Gorton.
You want me to start off today?
Yes, please. And for the new people, don't worry about writing down information. At the end of the meeting, I'll send a spreadsheet out with everybody's contact information. I just want to let Ed do his intro so you see what we do, and give us your information as to who you are, what you do, how we can reach you, and if you're coming to the show, tell us your booth number if you know it. You're on mute, Ed.
Ed, mute. Unmute, sir.
Thank you. I thought I did. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Howard. This is Ed Gerton with Seacoast Sales out of Orange Park, Florida, which is just outside of good old Jacksonville. We're an equipment supply company. We have batch freezers, soft serve machines. So we basically do frozen dessert equipment. So we represent Carpigiani. We do display cases with ESA, IFE, and GTI Design. We have blast freezers. We have frozen drink machines. You can reach me at 904-334-4489, and we will be at booth 1747 or 1745 at the Florida Restaurant Show. Have a good day.
Hey, thank you. Jesse, good morning and welcome.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey. Yes.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dennis, that was a very interesting speech. I really enjoyed that. I am actually in Toronto, Canada. I kind of just stumbled upon this group. I am a brand designer and graphic designer and work with restaurants, a few different restaurants, some franchises, and one of my clients passed me along this group. So I thought it was just interesting to kind of get to know everyone. That's very, very cool. Do you have any other questions for me? Oh, you need my contact information?
Yeah, right.
Can everybody maybe post their LinkedIn profile if they have it in the chat? I would love to connect with people on LinkedIn. Sure. Awesome. Thank you.
So my company is Good Dude Design Co. And my phone number is 250-531-0183. My email is hello@gooddudedesign.com.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you. Jeremy, good morning.
Thanks,
and
guys.
welcome. Jeremy, you with us?
You say my name?
Yes, please.
Jeremy? I'm here.
Yeah, welcome. And tell us who you are, what you do, and how we can reach you.
My name is Jeremy Valatis. I own a company called the Restaurant Group, which we own and operate about 8-9 restaurants, primarily in New York City. One of them in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we own and operate restaurants for many, many years and dealing with all kinds of good and bad things in the world of restaurants.
You want to give us your contact information? There it is.
Yeah, I do multiple things at the same time, so I'm actually at the gym. And my contact is, and I am Jeremy at therestaurantgroup.com is my email address, but my cell number is 917-846-3835. I just stumbled on an email about marketing and figured I'd give it a listen. We're always looking for ways to improve and learn everything we can in the world, which is no easy task.
No.
Well,
and I appreciate the presentation, and the gentleman can reach out to me and we can talk if there's something that makes sense for he and us.
That's great. We welcome you, and you're welcome to come back at any time. And as a restaurant company, we welcome you to be here. Welcome.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Can you put your contact information in the chat, Jeremy?
I'm going to send it all out to everybody.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Welcome back to Jeff Scott. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Great to be with everyone. My name's Jeff Scott, and I'm the founder of Food Service Pride. We offer consulting services and resources to restaurant companies, food service companies, and hospitality companies. And really our mission is to help companies elevate their performance by maximizing partnerships, results, innovation, development, and empowering their teams. Best way to reach me is through my website, and it has got all my contact information, and that's foodservicepride.com. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Charles, good morning.
Morning. Let me get back up on there. I was looking something up. My name's Charles Hay. I teach the ServSafe Manager course, and also I can do the food handler certification as well. I have several dates in Florida all around, and if you need me on the fly, you can give me a call. Text is the easiest thing to do, and my phone number is 904-923-2577. We also do mock health inspections as well. So if you want somebody to just randomly pop up and give you a quick look over, well, actually a thorough look over, we'll point out anything that's good, bad, and downright ugly as well. You can also email me at info@onthefly, that's FLY, food safety. We're on the fly because if you need us quickly, we'll be there the next day if we got an opening.
Okay, thank you. Brian, good morning.
Good morning. Dennis, great presentation. Thanks for your time. I'm Brian with the Rogue Financial Group. We are a commercial equipment financing company. I primarily concentrate on the hospitality side, which is restaurants, bars. I do work with convenience stores, and I work all over the country. I can help startups if they're looking for financing and equipment. Do work with a lot of different franchises, existing business. Again, it can be from a small project to a large project. Again, it's commercial equipment financing company. And the benefits of financing is a lot of it is saving your capital, and also does offer a lot of tax advantages to financing your equipment. Again, Brian with the Rogue Financial Group. I can be reached at 404-723-7222. And y'all have a good weekend. Thanks.
Thank you. Kevin, good morning.
Morning, everyone. Nice job, Dennis. Appreciate your time. Strategic Supply Chain Partners. We are a full-service hospitality consulting company. We specialize primarily in helping small to medium-sized hospitality companies and how they're structured within their distribution agreement. So we go in and renegotiate their broadline distribution agreements. We then also work on getting deviated pricing from the manufacturers, improved rebating programs. We're currently saving our clients a little bit over 10% in what they're spending currently with their broadline distributors and vendor partners. The beauty of what we do is we don't charge a fee. We go in and we negotiate better terms, better pricing, and better rebate programs, and we just share in the savings. If we don't find any savings, we did a lot of work and no income, but we generally are saving a little bit over 10%. So if you want to find out more about us, you can look at my website, www.ssc.partners, or give me a call directly at 407-4979-495. As well, we have a very robust referral program that we offer to everybody that's a referral partner with us. So give me a call if you're interested. Love to talk to you all. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Gabby, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Gabby with Worksite PEO. We are a full service professional employer organization. What that means is that we'll take care of your entire back office, payroll, benefits, workers' comp, 401k, and HR consultation. For restaurants, we have a program that will help you get money back every quarter from the FICA, from the government. It's called FICA Tip Tax Credit. We give you an advance every single quarter, so you get paid from us every quarter. No other PEO has that or does that for their clients, and that's a completely free, interest-free, no fee whatsoever to our restaurant clients. So if you are interested in learning more, you can give me a call, Gabby with Worksite PEO, 561-479-7474. Thank you.
Okay. John Bond, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Dennis, very nice presentation. Welcome. My name is John Bunn. I'm with the BH Bunn Company. We manufacture a string tying machine. Most customers don't realize about a machine, about ours, but you've probably noticed since you were kids. We've been in bakeries. We tie pork roast, beef roast, rotisserie chickens, and literally anything you can think of, we've tied it with over 1,500 different variations to meet your needs. Today, we're in the restaurant industry because 80% of the drivers admit to eating the food they deliver. The bun knot cannot be duplicated by hand. Like I say, we've been in bakeries since the 1930s. As a matter of fact, I just talked to a customer up in Somerville, Massachusetts, and it's a 135-year-old bakery, and they have had a tying machine for over 80 years in there, and they're buying a replacement unit. They have two, so now they're getting another one. You can give us a call at 1-800-222-BUN, B-U-N-N. Our website is buntyco.com. That's spelled BUNNTYCO.com. And your delivery foods should be tied, not tried. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Matthew, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Dennis, thank you for the presentation. I actually do the social media posting for our company, and it's nice to hear what you have to say, so feel comfortable with what I do. We are EHS Recruiting Company. We've been helping restaurants grow and candidates find better careers for over 30 years. Any of you who have clients, restaurant clients, one of their biggest needs is finding good help, finding good managers, finding good, even people in their corporate offices when you own more than 6 or 7 restaurants. We've been working with everybody from the Ritz and Thai Bahamas down to your local McDonald's and IHOPs. So we really cover management in any area of hospitality. So as your customers are growing, let them know, or like Azalea selling restaurants, I am right here to help out. We work on contingency, so there's no money up front. We just sign a contract and we start sending you candidates to interview until we find you the right fit. My phone number, 941-926-5353. www.ehsrecruitingcompany.com. Very easy to find us. We will also be at booth 354 at the food show. So come and say hi to the team. We'll have a large team. We're gonna have people from our Chicago office, from our Atlanta office, from our West Palm, from our Orlando, and from our Sarasota and Tampa offices there. So we'll have a good bunch of people out there to talk to and ask about our services.
Good. I just want to mention to people who are new or people who are watching, today's restaurant news is going to have a whole section of that show in the 300 aisle. There's 13 companies from this group that'll be represented there. So come and see us. Azalea, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Dennis, that was really great. My broker always says, go to where the people are. And I can't tell you how many Facebook leads, really good clients that you're like, what is this guy doing on Facebook? He's messaging me on Facebook, and we got to go where they're at, right? If they're on Instagram, we got to be there. If they're on Facebook, we got to be there. So that was really insightful. My name's Asalia. I am a full-time business broker in South Florida. So I help restaurant owners sell their businesses. Sometimes it's just a sale of assets, like the one that I did last Friday in Cooper City. And I also help them with the commercial real estate, finding a location for their restaurants. I just checked. We have 47 restaurants that we're selling in South Florida as of today. So anything I can do to help, my number is, I don't know, I put it in there so I could read it, but
786
yeah,
457 2796.
Teamwork. Yes. Thank you, guys. Have a good weekend.
Okay, Steve, Steve Whitehill.
Whitehill, I'm a business broker as well. Sorry about the background noise. I'm driving in Sarasota to meet with a client. I help people buy and sell businesses, restaurants, or businesses that promote, advertising or SEO work. I sell those as well. So I sell a variety of businesses in the southern half of the state, from Orlando south. And as you see today, I'm on the West Coast, although I live in Boca Raton on the East Coast. As brokers. Thank you.
How do we reach you?
Yes, can be reached at 67500, or you can reach me through my email, steve@anchorbb.com.
Okay, thank you. Stephanie, you still there?
I am still here. Hopefully you heard me.
Yes,
Sorry about that.
Stephanie. All right, let's go to Ferry. Good morning. Ferry, you're there.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. I'm with PBI Manufacturing. We're a food service equipment manufacturer with a dealer-based network. We supply and provide our dealer network with restaurant and kitchen solutions such as stainless steel tables, slicer carts, equipment stands, pizza racks, you name it, we can make it. Our website is pbimanufacturing.com. And if anyone has any questions or is interested in our new catalog that is rolling out at the end of the month, please reach me or email me at ferry@pbiramps.com or at my cell at 646-683-8456. I look forward to meeting everybody at the Today Restaurant Show.
Oh, what's your number?
Sorry, the Pizza Summit.
What is your booth number?
No, we're going to go attend and we're going to check things out first.
Okay,
I think we're going to be showing next year.
Stop by one of our 13 booths.
Yeah, by all means.
Right.
All right, Terry, you're up. TRN Terry.
Good morning, everyone. Happy to have heard Dennis's insightful presentation. Thank you so much for that. A lot of time and effort. You did that just for us, and I did learn quite a bit from what you said. Much appreciated. Welcome back, Jeff, and the that are here. What I do are what everybody needs. I let you know, and my team let you know what's opening in Florida, when and where, owners' names, addresses, email addresses, and we now can guarantee you 50 brand new leads every single month in Florida. And that is just in the under construction planning permitting stages, does not include the new openings that have just recently opened. We also put, if they have multiple locations, are opening additional locations. Pretty much, if you want a sample report, email me, Terry, TERRI at trnusa.com, and I will send you a sample report. And that's it. Have a good weekend.
Okay, we'll try Stephanie one more time. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, you're up.
Hi, guys. My name is Stephanie. As I mentioned, Mark and I are Brilliant Computers. It's my dad. We do all things IT, but we've been working a lot on managed services, email, business email support and hosting, moving servers up to the cloud, security, email, and data backup and recovery. We have a shop in Boca. That's really just kind of our, it's our little brick and mortar, but we're constantly out on the run. Mark's on site. I'm here doing remote support. I can help with anything. If you ever have an email that comes through that looks suspicious, or a phone call that comes through even that seems suspicious, if you're not too sure, give us a call. When in doubt, reach out. My number, the best number for us is 561-877-1119. And then the best email to reach us, which opens up a ticket, is support@brilliantcomputers.com, SUPPORT@brilliantcomputers.com, which is right up above me. Thank you all. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here. I haven't seen some of you in a few weeks because I've been kind of busy. I know Mark has been able to jump on. So we appreciate you all and hope all is well.
All right. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. All right. I'm Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant News. We are a digital trade newspaper for the food service industry, and we've been publishing since 1996. And we provide several different services besides the newspaper, which you're able to advertise in. And you're able to see the newspaper when you go to our website and open up the newspapers right there. We also provide email marketing, video email marketing, and we do actually Terry's restaurant leads report for Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. And we could be reached at 561-620-8888 and check out the website at trnusa.com. I want to thank Jeremy, Jesse, and Jeff for coming today. We appreciate you, and please, Jeremy, feel free to come back at any time. I'll keep you on the list so you'll get the links every week. We're at 9 or 11, so try to make it convenient for you. And of course, I want to thank Dennis for his presentation today. It was very informative, and I think people are going to appreciate that. And I'd like to get together with you in Boca sometime in the future. So if anybody has anything else they'd like to say, if not, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week, and let the sauce be with you.